my god.
So welcome back.
Second part, yeah.
Phase 2, part 2.
Yeah. I think the police is outside waiting for us.
Probably, yeah. MI5, MI6, whoever covers that kind of stuff. We've been talking about Vicente's art. We've been talking about a little bit of the backstory about why he works around the themes that he does. Most of the art that he's looking at now or building now has a kind of the themes of deep state and corruption within politics, and I'm not allowed to use the word conspiracy, but those types of things. And we've just been talking really about governments up till now. What kind of genuine fears do you have about deep state type things? Do you have any genuine fears, or are these, I don't know.
What do you mean genuine?
Is there anything that you are concerned for the future? Is there anything in the future that you think might affect us in some way? I don't know.
Oh my god!
Too deep?
No, I love it. That's too hard. I don't know, man. I don't know. I discovered that life could be too short. Mm-hmm. So even I'm so interested in these things, I'm only using to my work. Mm-hmm. So when I'm in a private thing, or like when I'm in my spare time, I try not to think too much about these things. Yeah. Because, man, you can get a bit paranoid. Yeah. So
I don't know whether this is true, and maybe people can verify it for me. We can check it on your local search engines. But I have heard recently that there are more people working undercover in the state, in the UK, per capita than a lot of other countries.
Wow.
I don't know if that's accurate or not. You kind of think of America and maybe Israel as having like a large secret service, but apparently within the UK the percentage is really high per capita.
I love it, man, because as you all know, as far as I know, the first place, first country, first whatever to start to work with secret services was UK.
When was that? Because I've read loads of good spy novels over the years.
Yeah.
Like John Buchan is an amazing author who's written some cool ones, during the Ottoman Empire and stuff.
So maybe as a contemporary thing, maybe from the First World War, from the first one, yeah,
probably before,
or maybe before, but in a different way, yeah. So yeah. So
it's something we can maybe look into.
And that's funny because you have, well, not you because you are not British.
Right. I am now, actually. I'm not a legal alien.
He is not.
I was born in New Zealand, but I do have British citizenship before anyone runs off to the Home Office.
Do you know there's a lot of people, there's a lot of rich people going to hide to New Zealand. There's a lot of bunkers and things.
For quite a while now as well. It's not news now. There's a lot of Americans buying up big tracts of land.
Yeah.
And Chinese and Koreans as well.
Yeah.
They actually changed the law in New Zealand to try and reduce this from happening. But.
So think about it, man. It's like there's a lot of people who thinks that the rich, very rich people are buying rockets to go to Mars and to go to the moon to keep safe because the world, planet Earth is gonna be like. So Bill Gates and the people have a special rocket to go. Through the moon, through the
Elon Musk is building it for them.
Elon Musk, no, Elon Musk is like. No, I'm joking.
I like his commitment. He's definitely got. He's got an idea, right?
Yeah.
I quite like that in some respects. Back to your art. Where do you see yourself going in the years to come? What kind of things do you want to develop? Where do you see your journey, your artistic journey, taking you? Because this is class, like.
Yeah, well,
if you've just been watching, if you just joined in the second one, just been given this illustration by Vicente, and I'm sure you can see his style if you check out Deep State on Instagram. When I see that, it makes me think of like an illustration from a quirky book. I could see it being like a table book for adults.
Yeah.
And maybe having like some dark themes running through it.
Yeah.
Because you could, I mean. It's awesome. You could look at it, like a coffee table book kind of thing.
Yeah, I love that.
Or even like a children's book, but with some slightly darker themes, possibly.
Do you know what happened? I used to, a lot of times I have a request from people to do books. Mm-hmm. So in maybe 6-7 8 years ago, I was so interested in making illustrated books for
Mm-hmm.
children,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember a woman from India.
Or adults.
Well, that's the thing. I really love the children's illustrated books.
Mm-hmm.
But so a woman from India, from a publisher,
Mm-hmm.
wrote me and asked me to do some tests. And she asked me to do, can you draw this? Can you draw that for a post, maybe in the future for a children's book? And I said, of course, I would love to do that. So, and when I start to do the drawings, because as I said, I don't do sketches. If you ask me for a drawing, I'm gonna do the whole thing. It doesn't matter if you don't like it, I'll keep for me. But
Yeah.
I cannot do like a half thing.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot do that. So and that woman told me, can you? So I made a guy with a hat.
Mm-hmm.
He was a magician.
Mm-hmm.
With a house. So the house was another hat,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a rabbit, like coming from a side.
Cool.
And the woman told me, that's great. Can you do the guy, the main character, less psycho? And I said, psycho? I don't understand. That guy is so psycho. Can you do less psycho? Like the eyes, the mouth, and honestly, I didn't understand. It's like, that's not psycho. That's my thing. I mean, if you tell me that's psycho, it's like.
To me, it looks,
excited.
excited.
So.
This detail here, you probably won't be able to see it from there, but the way you've got the red of the eye off center from the actual people, that's class. Like it's actually.
That's a shadow, man.
But it's almost to me like an offset as well.
Yeah.
And he's got the. That's brilliant. Like.
But look at this, man. It's not so. I mean,
not so dissimilar.
No.
Yeah. I mean, that's a kind of 70s printing style as well. Man.
Yeah.
I love it.
The thing is, for me, I love. Well, so another thing. This is like for me. This is like the commercial thing, because I used to do like really ugly things, really bizarre things, grotesque. I love the grotesque.
So this is you pulling it back.
I do this. Yeah. Oh, this is like for.
This is for public consumption.
Yeah, like a gift for you, or I used to sell this for £10.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So it's to get some quick money, you know, or for. So, but that's for me. It's like.
But you can see how some people would see that as quite dark because they would see illustration as like a fun and it's a kid thing. So, and there's a certain themes that we've come to expect. You know, when you go. Like I buy all books for my kids from charity shops. You go into a charity shop and you flick through these books, and they're pretty samey, right? There's not much variation on the market.
No.
There's some type of animal. He goes on a happy journey somewhere. He befalls a problem, overcomes it, and there's joyous occasion at the end. And I think actually there's probably room in the market for something that's got a little bit more meat to it in some way.
So I used to be worried about that things, but thanks God. I feel lucky now because I have some people everywhere in the world that really likes my artwork. So that people really likes my grotesque style.
Nice.
So the thing is, I don't like to do commercial things or to pretend to be
something else.
Happy. So I noticed in some of your series, you're trying, as far as I can see, you try to do commercial things.
It's
like
hard sometimes the balance.
That's the thing, man. So I understand. So, but I'm trying to stay away from that things because I'm a psycho. But I understand that things. But
it's difficult because
that's the thing.
Because people see different things within art, right? So if I do a painting and I share my story of that painting, people don't have the same connection with it because when they look at it, they take their own and build their own backstory, and it's quite different sometimes to what I say. So sometimes even giving a painting a title is enough to tip people into a different way of thinking, which is a challenge as well.
That's the thing, yeah. So
we're all in the same position.
Yeah, it's like that.
It would be amazing to be able to make art all day, every day, and live off it. But finding the balance of what you find interesting and what engages you and what challenges you, plus what people want to have on their wall, is a balancing act as well.
Okay, so I can see that you're a balanced person. Not me. I'm sorry, guys.
This stuff's
I'm
class.
In the dark
it has
side.
A market, and the interaction you have, from what I see, is high. It's really high. People respect your work and they like what you're doing.
Thanks. Yeah. It's hard. Well, it's hard. I'm happy doing this. But
So project your art 5 years into the future. Elon Musk has created a time traveling vortex for you. What kind of art would you like to be producing?
So honestly, I really would like to do more dark things and more creep things. But you know why, man? Because that's so different. Because I had another thing happen to me here. I think like 2 years ago in Lee Theater, there was like an art craft market. So the woman who ran the place told me, please, I need you to come here because you're gonna love this place. Even she didn't charge me. I can't say that now because that was 2 years ago. So everybody paid. Yeah. So I didn't pay. So because that woman asked me, please, you need to come here and you will see that. So honestly, you can imagine because I work with, I hope you come to my workshop if you can. And you will see my big stuff. So I had a big table, I put all my creep stuff. And it was wonderful, it was awesome. And a woman, which I didn't know, I don't know where she came.
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, so she came and started like 10 minutes, 15 minutes in front of me watching my artwork. And finally, she told me, sir, I think you have a very deep mental problems. yeah. But I'm so happy, I'm so glad that I can see that you are explaining your problems through your artwork. So that's therapy, so please keep doing this. So for me it was like, okay, what if I'm not an artist? Maybe I'm in prison, maybe I'm killing people. So like, honestly, so...
Everyone's going to have their say, like people are going to have whatever... The fact that she had the confidence even to say these kind of things in a public forum.
Yeah, and here, because maybe in Spain I don't give a shit, but here I consider these people so polite. I know that UK people are so polite. So for me it was like, that woman seriously are telling me this because she really thinks that I have mental problems. I don't know. So, but for me it's a good thing, man. So you asked me what do you want to do in the future? So I need to do these things. I need to explain myself. I need to take everything out because I have a lot of things to. So this is like, how do you know in English? How do you say in English? That word, man. It's like a medical word when you
Cathartic?
do catharsis. Yeah, catharsis. Catharsis in Spanish.
Cathartic.
Yeah.
In New Zealand.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the thing, man.
How are you doing, Howdenart? Good to have you on board. Devin, what's up?
You are a good.
I'm good at waving.
Yeah.
The Queen there. Yeah, it's interesting. When I speak to other people who are creating and making, often they don't have a long-term vision of what they want to produce. So I ask the question because it's interesting to me. You want to develop your thoughts and you want to get them out onto paper in format, in scale, in what materials.
So the thing is,
I see your stuff online and I think black, red,
yeah,
very highly developed characters with some dark themes. That's what I see.
So that's great. Do you know Cleon Peterson? Peterson.
No, I can write this down. These are things I want to learn.
Alright, so
do you want to write it down? Cleon Peterson.
Yeah. So check out this guy, man, because you're gonna understand a lot of things.
Cool.
So I wish to have a big studio because where I'm working now, it's okay, but I need a giant wall. I really need to do big productions because that's another thing, because that's my full job. I don't have any job. I'm on the workshop, but I'm a volunteer, so we have some kind of exchange. So I work for that people, and that people allows me to use the place, okay, like a co-working.
Yes.
So, but I really so that means like I'm working so fast. I never stay more than 1 day with an artwork. Doesn't matter if it's this size or this size. I need to finish.
Interesting.
when I start, I need to finish. I cannot leave it and come. No, I cannot do that.
Wow.
You can ask my colleagues. I need to finish 10 hours, 1 hour, 1 hour, but I need to finish. But
I would find that extremely difficult. My thing is all about the process, building up the layers.
Yeah, that's
the
so
layers. I
different.
come back, I look at it, I readjust, I overpaint. On big scale, what would you use? Markers? Spray paint?
In the art college, I used to do big things. So I used to use markers, big markers, brush, ink, always ink. I don't like paint. I don't like oil.
No.
Maybe acrylic, but not too much. I don't like colors, man. And I think it's so hard to work with colors in a proper way. For me, that's my personal opinion. So, for example, I like when you use fluor. I love fluorescent. That's different but for example, for me there's too many colors there. But I cannot. It's strange for me when I see a real composition with good colors.
It feels good.
Yeah, but
I this has been recent for me. I mean, if I look back at my art over the years, I was really using the black and white from photocopiers and maybe just blue and yellow. So this is a whole new world of experimenting. And the metallics are so fun as well. But sometimes I can see how it could go too far.
That's right, man. That's right.
You know, if it was just, for me, if it was just using the same colours, I would, at the moment, not like it. But I stuck with blue, yellow, black and white for years, with photography and stuff as well.
So that's another thing, man, because I want to ask you, for example, Obey, of course. So I think that guy is a very good subject to research, to focus, because I really love that guy in the beginnings. He always worked with black, white and red, and propaganda, lot of copies, blah 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 blah. Now, I'm sorry if maybe he's watching us. I don't think so. But I think it's so disgusting.
You don't like it so much?
No. I'm sorry, man.
It must be hard when you get to that kind of level, though. There's a kind of expectation to produce.
That's the thing. So for me, he failed.
So are there any artists right now who you think will blow up, will explode, will become hugely popular? If we're thinking about artists that have maybe gone too far, or do you know as a Mr. Ares?
Ares?
Yeah.
From Spain?
Yeah.
Of course. Oh yeah, of course.
Huge.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Did you see his
Pugilist? The book?
No. Yeah, not the early works.
No.
He's so fucking talented, man. Really amazing.
On buildings and stuff, eh?
Yeah, always. Yeah. He started as a graffiti artist, but always with characters. Yeah. That guy can make you a big production just with black and white and a big brush and a roll. That's all, and that's awesome. Or he can work with a lot of colors. With
Arrizabalaga. This is his name, man. This is the surname, isn't it?
Which I don't know.
I think so. Arrizabalaga? Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Mr. Ares.
Oh fuck! I don't know, man. Arif, in Spanish is Arif.
Arif.
But I don't know the surname, man.
Yeah, his stuff's amazing, and the colors as well. Those kind of muted, soft tones.
That's the thing. You know why? You guys, you don't know this, man. Do you know why he's doing this right now? Because a lot of people. That's true. A lot of people got influenced by him. So you can see a lot of people trying to do like he used to paint before. So he said, I heard this from an interview like 1 month ago, 2 months ago, and he said, I start to notice that a lot of people are so influenced from my early artwork, so I start to think I need to do something completely different. And that's why he's doing these things now. So for a lot of people it looks like flat, but no, there's a lot of research behind, and a lot of hard work, and a lot of You can tell. Yeah, well, yeah.
Much like yourself, the marks he makes are so confident. You can tell that he has dedicated time to controlling his craft, right? When I look at these small pieces, I know the lines are so confident.
Yeah, it's like he
natural.
knows what he's doing.
It's natural. Yeah. There's no amount of planning you can put into that.
You know, he's the fastest mural painter in the world. He's the first one.
Because he probably did a shitload really fast for a long time.
I saw him painting in my art college like 10 years ago. Yeah. You need to see him. It's like he's thinking like I like to say he's drawing with colors, because it's not the same. Because a lot of people make a drawing and then fill with colors. Mm-hmm. No, that's no. You need to draw with colors, man.
You can see that when he for example, has a triangle space to fill, maybe some negative space, and you can see the marks within it. It's not just a filled-in space.
Yeah,
he's like, created the texture within it.
That's the thing, man. That's really the thing. And
who else do you like?
Do you know that Italian guy, Blue? BLU.
No.
Wow, you need to see that guy, man.
Write this one down too.
BLU. Like Bravo Lima Unicorn.
Research. Good.
That guy.
What does he do?
He's always working with black and white, sometimes yellow. He do awesome, huge productions just with a big stick, so long, like 3 meters. Mm-hmm. So man, you need to see that guy work.
3 meters and a spray on top, or 3 meters and a roller?
With a roll. And like dirty style, but once you have, that's the trick, man. Once you know what you know that. Mm-hmm. Once you know what you want to do, it's so easy. Mm-hmm. It's just like, if you know what are you doing, that's so easy, man. So that's amazing. So you need to see that guy working, man. Because
I'll watch some videos.
Man, it's like
we've probably got about 4 or 5 minutes before Instagram kicks us off for the 30 minutes. Is there anything else you want to share about your practice, about your art, about your development?
Man.
Moving forward? Is there anything you couldn't live without?
I love that question. Well, my life is so sad. I'm always drawing, I'm always working. That's the only thing I do.
You could frame that in a different way though, couldn't you?
Well, yeah.
Because there are probably, I mean, if you're on Instagram, as these people are, there's a lot of creatives, like there's a lot of artists.
Yes, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You are producing stuff that you want to produce. Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
At the moment, you have the resource to be able to explore your creativeness. And there's probably quite a few people who are trapped in places where they're actually unable to do that. Yeah. We both probably come from a place where resources were pretty thin, right? So you create and make with what you have. When I was a kid, I would go and steal wood out of skips and off buildings to make ramps and to build stuff.
That's it, man. That's it.
You find the materials to make what you've got. Like I never would have used spray can as a kid because spray can cost money. Like you wouldn't spend money on art materials. That's ridiculous because you're just trying to keep up with what you're doing. You know? What happens now?
So that's so funny because I have some reminds.
Mm-hmm.
Memories, guys. When I was a child, I didn't have any toys, so I can remember me and my small brother making our own toys with paper. Mm-hmm. Like a bus. If I wanted a bus, a toy bus, I took 4 or 5 cardboards and do the shape with glue, and that's my bus.
I wonder how many children today are doing this.
No,
very few. There must be some.
Wow.
But it's quite depressing. You go to the supermarket and they are very small.
Man, that's
1-2 years old and a buggy with a screen in front of them, and I wonder where their creativity might lead. Because surely we all have it within us, right? To make and create and do. And I fear, I guess, is it a fear? A concern?
So do you know what does it mean? That there's going to be a very, very dark future for
socially disconnected.
Yeah,
perhaps.
Absolutely, man.
But will algorithms and AI be able to create and make? Probably. I don't know. Is it just a human thing to draw and to make marks? Or are
I
computers
don't
are
think-
computers going to design all aspects of this? Is there going to be a human interface?
Man, that's a very good question
Because I heard that computer was writing poetry and writing books.
yeah, that's it. Did you try with Google? There's an application from Google. So you write like 4 lines about one topic, and Google finishes the thing.
Interesting.
And Google wrote a full page or 10 pages starting from your paragraph. That's crazy, man.
So I pull my paintbrush out, I make a few marks,
And Google
and
finishes.
Google finishes it for me.
Yeah.
That could be.
Oh, we're gonna have that, man. No doubts about that, man. Yeah, no doubts.
That is a worry. I think that's probably us time-wise. I appreciate anyone who's come along and checked us out and listened in.
Thank you guys. Forgot this. Delete the video. So
Glad you could come
No,
along,
that's-
share your story. And,
Thank you, man. I'm so happy.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Deep Space, check him out. Go and follow that.
Check Bell's Galleries, man. This is the guy, not me. I'm nobody, man. I'm going to. I don't know.
I'll put some links in the description below or above, wherever it happens. And I appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank
Catch up.
you.